No, that was my issue working in corporate job. I couldn't handle, I had no attention to detail when it came to the work that was presented to me, but far too much attention to detail when it came to ridiculous phrases that people would throw at me. That's just my life. Last year I turned 25, people all week would say to me, "Quarter of a century, yay!" Yes, excellent maths. What a dumb thing to say, like it's a realistic expectation that I'm gonna hit 100, is it? I'm already waking up with unexplainable back pain. Like somehow, I don't think that centenarian is on the cards for me, you know? And why is a quarter such a popular fraction, you know? No one ever says, a fifth of a century when you turn 20, or a third of a century 4 months after you turn 33. And I want to know why. I just want answers. I don't like things that people throw at the end of sentences to fill like awkward silences. You know, like someone will say something to you and they'll say, "Hey, I'll tell you that for free." I'll tell you that for free. Like we're going to get invoiced for the rest. Or they'll say, "Believe you me." Believe you me. This is a bit of an antiquated one, it's a bit of an older one. Sounds like something a caveman might say to his cave woman when he gets busted coming out of his cave mistress's cave. Believe you me. So I'm half Greek, half Italian, and I went to a predominantly like white school in the mid-2000s. Very, very strange time for interracial relations. So the kids that I went to school with weren't sure if they could get away with calling me a wog. So my designated group identity badge was ethnic. Bro, you're so ethnic. Week after Easter, I had their mothers for lunch and they're like, "Bro, could you be any more ethnic?" And it's like, it's something that I ponder because I hear it now. Last year I went to Queensland with some mates and it was the end of a night out and 4 of us are just smoking weed back at the house that we had and we're waiting for a 5th guy to come back. Now the 4 of us are me, looking like me, my Egyptian mate who looks extremely Egyptian, my 2 Jewish mates, one of them who looks like a sort of like a big hairy Russian sort of Jew, and the other one who looks like a bit more of a Bellevue Hill Jew, right? And we're waiting for our mate to come back and join us, who is Greek. He's Greek and he looks very Greek, this guy, right? Now this mate that was coming back is the token friend in your friendship group that does disproportionately well with the ladies. So he brings home 2 girls, and these are the 2 most Queensland-looking chicks I've ever seen in my life. And one of them walks in and takes a good look at all 4 of us and goes, "Oh, I didn't know this was going to be an ethnic thing." I know. So I thought about debating her. I thought about saying to her, "Listen, honey, you know, every human being on the face of the earth has some kind of ethnicity. Therefore, we are all so ethnic. I couldn't be any more or less ethnic, just like I can't be any more or less of an oxygen breather." But I didn't bother. It was Queensland. I think intellectual debate is illegal. I felt better of it. Speaking of ethnics, I don't really communicate well with bouncers. Yeah, that's a segue I'm going with. Like, I don't like it. You have a few drinks, you go to the club and you present it with the bouncer and the bouncer will say to you, "Boss, boss, 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 boss. How many drinks you had tonight, boss?" Think I'm going to be spoken to this way? By an employee? No, they'll scan you for medals. I'll be like, "Whoop. Boss, boss, boss. Is that a belt buckle, boss?" "No, I'm the immortal Iron Dick." Yeah. Of course it's a fucking belt buckle. Of course it's a belt buckle. Sporting analogies get me in this country. Got a lot of sporting analogies. We're a big sporting culture. People are always talking about, "I love my footy. I'm so into my footy." And I'm like, "Oh, it's yours, is it?" Well, on behalf of the nation, thank you for lending it to us. I don't get rugby league. I'm not a rugby league guy, right? It's weird. People are always talking rugby league. They're always like, "Up the Tigers, up the Chookies, up the Bunnies." Like I said, I'm not a rugby league guy. I don't know the rules, so I don't really know what it is that we're putting up the Bunnies. I don't think I want to know. Those poor little bunnies. No, if everything about me didn't give it away, I'm a soccer guy. And soccer has no shortage of ridiculous terminology. There's this Egyptian player by the name of Mo Salah. He plays for Liverpool and he's been banging in the goals, right? Now, my previously mentioned Egyptian mate tells me, bro, Mo Salah is putting Egypt on the map. I'm just picturing a whole bunch of cartographers standing around with a map of North Africa going, fuck, I know something's here. I wish Mo Salah was around. Jesus. What the actual fuck? Have you guys heard this one? What the actual fuck? Not the hypothetical fuck. Not the theoretical fuck, not the imagined fuck. We're talking about the real deal here, folks. 100% genuine, authentic, the actual fuck. I don't like the prevalence of the word random. Everybody's always talking about, oh, we had to go bowling and we had to leave because then like some randoms came. You can't call someone random. You can't call someone random. There's a very specific reason for them being there. They weren't drawn out of a hat. There's nothing random about these people. Besides, random is what we call an adjective. So if you call someone random, then you are stupid. Silly. I got a problem with a few words. I got a real problem with the word kitchenette. Yeah, I get it. It's a small kitchen. I just don't like the arrogance that people have when they say this word, kitchenette. They're like, oh yeah, this is my kitchenette. Like, how do you know it's kitchenette? You know, at what point does a kitchen become so small that we start calling it a kitchenette? Did I miss a meeting about the dimensions? And you know, how are you so confident? You got a tape measure out before I got here to confirm that it's kitchenette. Look, if you want to use the word kitchenette, that's fine, it's your call. But you're a wanker. And you have a penisette. If there's something that I hate more than the use of these ridiculous terms, it's when somebody misuses one of these terms, or somebody uses it in the wrong context. That just infuriates me. I was at the Christmas Eve party last year at my uncle's house, and I was talking to this woman who our only affiliation is that she's my uncle's friend, and she hadn't seen me for a long time. So she sees me, she's like, oh, are you Sam's son? Oh, I haven't seen you for so long. And then at the end of the conversation, she said, small world. And I'm like, you fucking idiot. Small world, really, here at the most likely place in the whole world that you would find me. You want to say small world. If you were searching for me, this would be your best place to start, and yet you want to go with small world. You're only here because you're friends with my uncle, and I'm only here because my uncle happens to be my uncle. And yet you want to go with small world. If I was on a wooden motorboat going down the Ubangi River in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and my captain yelled out to me, bulbous white woman sitting on the riverbank, and I look over and she's there like, are you Sam's son? Well, then it would be a small world after all.